Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Vinyl Thoughts. And yes, today we are going to be looking at another one of my vinyl collections. So far, if you remember in the past, I did my Anthrax collection. Last time I did my Suicidal Tendencies collection. And this time we are going to be going through my Metallica vinyl collection. It's a lot of shit, so some of it we're going to skip past. I want to say shit, I don't mean bad stuff. I know what you're thinking. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so yeah, some of them are just sort of whatever releases or represses or something, and we'll zoom through those so I don't keep you here all night long, unless that's what you want. And if that's the case, just watch this video 3 or 4 times in a row. Anyway, it is now time to once again play the old head drinking game. For those of you who don't remember, during the Suicidal Tendencies vinyl collection video, I came up with the old head drinking game, which is pretty simple. Every time you hear me say the phrases, "so yeah," or "there you go," you take a drink. And sometimes I say that shit a lot. So yeah, there you go. If you don't have a drink already, go get one. I'll wait. All right, so hopefully everyone's got their beverage of choice, or just lie to me and tell me you're drinking. We're going to do this like we did the Suicidal Tendencies vinyl collection, where I'm going to start from the newest shit and work my way all the way back to the beginning. So first off, we're going to be looking at the most recent release, although S&M 2 on bronze marbled vinyl will be coming my way next month. But this is the most recent thing that they released on vinyl. The Helping Hands concert they did, where it's all stripped down and acoustic and stuff. And this one's a colored vinyl, so we'll take a look at one of them. It's a blue marbled thing they got going on here. Pretty cool. Moving on. Up next, we got their last full-length album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, from 2016. This is I'm guessing the first pressing, because when they first announced it, I pre-ordered this version of the vinyl from their website in 2016. And this one is also colored. There's a lot of different colored versions, and I'm a collector, but I'm not that crazy of a collector. Also, I'm not that rich. So this one, I just got this green. I guess it's almost like a hazy. It's not marbled. It's like, I don't know if you can see it in there, but it's like a haziness inside the green. So yeah, there you go. Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Up next, we have the soundtrack to the movie Through the Never, which is essentially just the concert album. But this one is it's a box set with 3 different colored vinyls. We're not going to look at all of them. We're just going to look at one, because that would take forever. Oh, and of course I pull out the one that's black. Fuck it. We'll do another one. So yeah, if you look, that's kind of cool, the little inner sleeve thing, and it's got like the tracks that are on it and stuff. This one's going to be one of the colors. I think there's a red one and a white one. Here you go, a red one. Just your basic. How many times can I say basic? That should be part of the game. Every time I say basic, to also take a drink. Just trying to get you drunk. Also, the box set comes with this badass stencil. I didn't use it. It just comes like this. I mean, I don't have any brick walls near me to go tag. But if I did, this would be going there. Up next, we have the EP Beyond Magnetic. This one I think was 2011 when that's when the vinyl version I think came out. This one was extra songs from the Death Magnetic album that weren't on the album. And it's gray or silver. I guess you would call that silver. And this is a pretty cool release. A few of the songs, I kind of get why they were left off of the album. But there's a song on here called Just a Bullet Away that is fucking fantastic. And I'm like, they could have swapped out a fucking song and put that one on there instead. This one also comes with this cool vinyl sticker of the record. Pretty basic. Drink. Next up, we have the 2008 album Death Magnetic from 2008. This vinyl pressing is from 2008. If you look, it is on Warner Brothers Records, where if you buy it now, it's on Blackened recordings. But yeah, not a lot to say. This is just a black vinyl version of this album, but I think this album is fucking fantastic. But nothing special to look at here. And now we have the only 10-inch I have in the Metallica collection. This is the Live at Grimey's EP, I guess, or mini album. I mean, I don't know. It's actually pretty long. You could probably call it an album, but it's yeah, it's just a live performance they did back in 2008. Hello, and nothing special about the vinyl except for the fact that it's a 10-inch. So I guess that's kind of cool. So yeah, there you go. Drink. Okay, so now is the time when we're going to kind of skip kind of quickly forward. So this is Saint Anger, which this is not the original pressing of Saint Anger. This is a Blackened Recordings repressing from, I don't know, like 2014 or something. So nothing special here, especially since most people don't like this fucking album. I think it's pretty good. And then we have the original S&M. Once again, this is a repressing on Blackened Recordings. It's not the OG. I don't even know if there was an original vinyl when this was released. There probably was. I think there was of every Metallica release. So yeah, there you go. And then we have the Garage Inc. compilation of covers and whatnot. Once again, this is a Blackened Recordings reissue. For those of you who don't know, Blackened Recordings is the label that Metallica now runs. They got the rights to all of their shit. So now if you want to buy like a brand new version of something of theirs, it's going to be on Blackened Recordings. They have their own vinyl pressing plant too. That's pretty fucking sweet. But yeah, this one doesn't have much, you know. It's this one was on vinyl previously, and from what I've seen, it's pretty spot on with exactly what the original version looked like. All right, let's keep this shit moving. Reload from 1997. Once again, Blackened Recordings repressing. A lot of these, I know. There you go. I know for those of you who watch my channel a lot, you know that I don't like repressings, and I always want to get original pressings, not necessarily first, just from the original run of the album. But when you're talking like 90s and 2000s stuff, especially in the 90s, so few of them were made that they're very expensive to get if you want to get an original. And I'm a completist when it comes to Metallica, so I just, added these motherfuckers to my collection however I could. And the same thing goes for Mr. Load here. Originally released in 1996, this is a Blackened Recordings reissue. And same thing with what I said earlier for Garage Inc. They've recreated them almost identically to the original vinyl versions from the 90s. So good enough. Okay, moving on. The Black Album from 1991. This is actually not a 1991 pressing. That's also a very pricey one. This is actually a 2000 pressing on Vertigo Records. And it sounds fantastic. I don't know what the original version of this sounded like, but this one is really good. So we'll just take a look. It's got the little inner thing here, which opens up like this, and then has all the lyrics there. It's just black vinyl, so nothing interesting to look at there. Okay, so I'm attempting to go backwards in the order that I think things were released. I may be slightly wrong. I'm very sorry if I am. Next up, we have the 7-inch of Eye of the Beholder, which was, I guess, the last single released off of Injustice for All. And this one comes with the Mighty Bread Fan cover, which is fucking great. One of the many amazing Metallica covers, but there you go. Elektra Records 7-inch there. So yeah, there you go. Up next, the Harvester of Sorrow 12-inch single. Look at that fucking artwork. That Pusshead stuff is just fucking great. And so there you go, cool picture of the dudes. Remember that Injustice for All period where they were all just like in sunglasses all the time? So this one has Bread Fan also, but this also has the Prince, which is another great cover that Metallica did. And here's the vinyl. It's got that great image on the record itself, and then the other side, it's, you know, got the mighty Metallica logo. I mean, one of the best logos in music ever. You could argue that point, I'm sure, but it's a good one. And up next, we have the 1 7-inch single, for the song One. And this one has the song The Prince on its own on it. Cool little live shot there, too, from the Damage Justice Tour. I can't. All right, never mind. So yeah, there you go. Drink. And this one, once again, just, you know, there you go. Nothing interesting there. Very basic. And now, oh my God, it got bigger. That's what she said. This is the 1 12-inch single, which is a little bit different because instead of having the covers, it has one on side one, but then it has For Whom the Bell Tolls and Welcome Home Sanitarium live from the Damage Justice Tour, or wherever it was. This was from Dallas, Texas, actually, where it was recorded. So there's the dudes looking badass as usual. And we'll take a look at this one, which has no images on it whatsoever. It's literally the most, well, it's not totally basic because you got that cool sort of creepy looking version of the Metallica logo on there. But that's it. All right, here we go. Injustice for All. This is a 1988 pressing of Injustice for All on Elektra Records, which is pretty fucking sweet. This album sounds amazing on vinyl. There you go. There's a little inner sleeve, and there once again there's the dudes looking all badass in their sunglasses. They must have got some sort of like free sunglasses from the same place like on that day, and they're like, we're just gonna wear these. Plus we're hungover as shit. So yeah, there you go. Drink twice. The little label, pretty cool little label there for the Injustice for All release. Just like with the later pressings of the newer stuff that I was talking about, I've seen some of the repressings of these, and they're pretty much identical also. So if you're not like me and really picky about getting an original version, I think the repressings are pretty good also. Up next, Garage Days Revisited, the $5.98 EP, because that's all you were supposed to pay for this. And this is an OG copy from '87. Amazing collection of covers if you don't already know. There's your basic Elektra sleeve there, and then they didn't really let them do anything with the label there, did they? I guess this was probably supposed to be a bare bones kind of project. Did I mention that I have 2 of these? Because I do. Because I actually also bought the repressed version of this that came out 2 years ago or something like that. I don't really remember on Blackened recordings. And the only reason that I bought this one was because it came on orange vinyl. And so a little hint to the Metallica camp, if you want me to spend more money when you repress new versions of the album, do them in different colors, and I'll probably buy one. Just a little hint. Up next, Master of Puppets. This is a 1986 pressing of Master of Puppets on Elektra Records. And I mean, I'm sure, like, for all of you out there, you've seen this album a million times. So there's not really anything to look at. This one has like a little protective sleeve over it. But yeah, it's got the inner sleeve thing going on. And I'm pretty sure that when we pulled this out, yeah, as I thought, your very basic Elektra Records label with the Metallica logo on it. At least they did something for them. Up next, we have kind of a special one. This is an interview picture disc with Metallica, the Chris Tetley interviews. There's like a whole lot of these interview picture discs from around the 80s and 90s, and they vary in quality wildly. This one's actually not too bad. There's not a lot of background noise to the interviews, and as usual, it's mostly Lars talking, but at the very end, There's also a little bit of an interview with, I believe, Kirk and James. But this is an interview that they did, I believe, after Ride the Lightning had come out, and they were still in the touring cycle for Ride the Lightning. I think that's when these interviews happened. Up next, we have probably my favorite one that I own. This is the Creeping Death EP, but it's also the Jump in the Fire EP. This is a 1990 pressing, which was, I think, Vertigo. Yeah, it's Vertigo Records, and they ended up putting both of these classic EPs together in one place. I actually did a video, one of my first videos I ever did for YouTube, a year and a half ago, 2 years. How long has it been? Too long, right? Was on this particular EP because it's fucking great. And there you go, Vertigo Records. There you go. Drink. I actually don't have individual versions of these two EPs. Once again, I would like to get them someday, and I will. But when I saw this guy that had both of them on it, I was like, that's pretty fucking sweet that they did that. And so I had to pick it up for myself. Moving on backwards to my favorite album of all time, Ride the Lightning. Yes, this is a 1984 pressing of this album, a fucking classic album. I don't know. I've talked a lot about this. And then it's got the Megaforce Records label up there, but I believe we also have Elektra down there. Let's take a look at this thing. Another one that I'm sure everyone has seen a million times, but I don't ever get tired of looking at the old pictures of the dudes. The dressing room picture, I always thought that was an interesting one to include. And then, some lyrics and stuff. And then you get, once again, the label that will not go away. The Elektra Records label with the Metallica logo. So yeah, there you go, drink. Next up, Whiplash. This is an EP, well, it's 4 songs. But it's an EP that was also, I guess, the Whiplash. Did I say Whooplash? Let's just call it that. This was in 1985, I believe. This was when this was brought out. Was it 85? I don't really remember. But it was somewhere around that time. Maybe 84 or 83. It wasn't 83. I'm going to keep guessing years. It's somewhere between 1983 and 1986. And it's got side A, it's got Jump in the Fire and Whiplash. It says Special Neck Brace Edition for Whiplash. And to be honest, it's like a different mix. And by that, it's mostly just that there's a lot more reverb on the vocals. That's pretty much it. And then on side, it says live side. But I'm pretty sure these are not live recordings. They Seek and Destroy and Phantom Lord. If I remember right, I believe there's fake crowd noise in there, but then I think it's just studio recordings of the 2 songs. Anyway, so we will bring this one out. This one is on Megaforce Records. There you go. Different label to look at, Megaforce. And you're looking at my setup back there in the fucking reflection. The magic of Hollywood, folks. Okay, here we go. Where it all started. Kill 'Em All. The debut album from Metallica. And guess what? No, this is not a 1983 pressing of this. This is a 1988 pressing of this. As you can see, if you look at the track listing, on side A, it ends with Blitzkrieg, and on side 1. Side B, it ends with Am I Evil? And I guess around that time, they also released a CD version that has both those songs at the end, which were from other EPs and whatnot. So there you go. Yeah, drink. This one has a little liner on it too. Whoever did that was really smart, because it just keeps the shit from yellowing so much. But so yeah, this is an 88 version, so it's on Elektra fully, but it still sounds really good. See, that's the thing. I don't know what it is. I've done a whole video on this also, but versions of albums pressed in the 80s sound better to me than anything done in the past 20 years. I don't know what it is. It doesn't even need to be on 180 gram vinyl. As far as I know, that's kind of a Dumbo feather, where they're making you think, oh, this is going to be a better quality. when most of the time it just shows up warped. So yes, there you go. Kill 'Em All, the debut album from Metallica. But guess what? That is not the last thing I have. We got one more to go. We're going to end this up with a bootleg. Metal Up Your Ass, which is, I believe, Music for Nations put this out. Even though it's technically a bootleg, a legit label put this out. And this has the No Life Till Leather demo on it, and it also has Hit the Lights, the original version that was on the Metal Massacre compilation, which that was 82, I think. But this one, the one I got, there's all these different colors of this one, and I got the clear one. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool release. Honestly, when I got it, I was a little bit weary because I'm like, oh shit, it's a bootleg that somebody made off of a cassette tape. How good is it going to sound? And really, it sounds pretty good, especially like if you're into the whole history of Metallica and all of that shit. You're a little bit more ready to just be like, I just want that in my collection. And there you go. That is my Metallica collection. So yeah, there are a few things here and there that I still want to get my hands on at some point. But I think that's the fun of collecting. If you ever get to the point where you've gotten everything, you're kind of like, oh, what? That kind of sucks. Because the fun is acquiring all of it. And one of those things that I'm going to end up getting, and I'm not bullshitting you, is I want to get Lulu on vinyl. We'll talk about that later. But that's really the only big thing that I don't have in my collection. But other singles and stuff I want to get. And then obviously next month they're bringing out S&M 2. And maybe I'll do a video of just me showing off that vinyl when I get it. Or maybe not. Go buy your own. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me for this version of Vinyl Thoughts, this newest collection video. There's only a couple more bands I can think of where I have a collection that actually would warrant an entire video. Maybe I'll do a couple smaller ones together next time. What do you think? Put it down in the comments. Anyway, thank you very much. Oh wait, so yeah, there you go. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will see you all again very soon.